Woo! Wow, it's great to be here at Gettysburg. Thanks for having us. It's our first time here, and what a beautiful festival, great history, and it's an honor to be on this stage. So, we come to you from Virginia. Yeah? Some Virginia fans? We're out there in the Shenandoah Valley near Harrisonburg, and so that's where our music comes from, that's where our inspiration comes from, and it's where we come from. So we want to do this one for you. This is a song that we wrote for a good friend of ours, a friend, his name's Keith, and Keith was, he's a man who, he can do just about anything you need him to do. He's a mechanic, he's a photographer, he's an artist, he's a chronic volunteer. He'll help anybody out for anything. And Keith is kind of an understated guy, though. He'll kind of let things sort of come as they do. He'll just sort of, one day he was telling me about this car he had, and he said, yeah, the rear end on the car got all banged up, and I had this other Jetta, it was a Volkswagen Jetta, I had this other Jetta where the engine blew up, and so my son was going to college, and I decided just to cut the front end off the one car and put it on the other car, welded it up, and sent him away to Kansas to college there, and he's running just fine, you know. It's just like, just like I woke up and I made breakfast, that's kind of understated. And so one day Keith was telling me a story about going out to this river in West Virginia, the New River Gorge. Do you guys know that gorge, anybody? There's a beautiful bridge over the gorge there. And Keith is he's kind of a whitewater sort of nut as well. He's a river nut. He loves to go out on kayaks and everything. So I thought it was another story about kayaking. And so I was starting to get ready to tune him out because he tells a lot of stories about kayaking. And then the story sort of took a turn, and Keith was talking about going out there in the middle of the night some years back because he was ready to jump off that bridge. And I sort of looked at him and said, what do you mean? And he said, well, he had a number of issues when he was a younger kid. He had an abusive childhood, and he tells that story openly. And he was ready to go out there in the middle of the night, and he was ready to jump off that bridge because a lot of those things were haunting him. He said when he would have that, he said he would experience something called, he called it falling up. He would fall up to the ceiling, and it was like he was watching himself from the ceiling as a third person in the room. And he said he finally wanted to jump off that bridge because he finally wanted to fall down. He never wanted to fall up again. And so he stood out there for a long time in the middle of the night, and luckily he decided to step off, and there were a lot of things going through his mind. He stepped off, went back to his pickup truck, and drove back to Harrisonburg, Virginia, and started trying to put those pieces back together. And he's a hero of mine. He's a hero because he's out there today, and he talks about the abuse he experienced, and he lives every breath to try to stop that abuse from happening to anybody else. So we wrote this song for him. I figured there had to at least be a song, if not a whole book of songs for somebody like Keith. This one goes out to him. It's called Lay Down, Lay Low. As I stand on the river bridge, silent on this thirsty ridge, no more birds will sing for me on this desperate day. And I've walked far to make it here. I know my path is plain and clear. I will take to rest a final time on that clay. So take me back to where I want to be. When you're young, there's a melody. Winds that blow from over in the west, and all the trees shake like they bow and pray, like they all know us by name. Will they call to me once more before I go?
Lay down, lay low. this barren ridge, west winds blow for me, a melody today. And I've walked far to make it here. I know in time I'll see it clear. Some things are gone for good, but instant in your mind.